some people say fear can be an addiction. Every Halloween season, people flock to their favorite Halloween haunt attractions to feed that addiction by going through some frightful experiences. And in Central California, it doesn't get much better than Higbee Horror Haunt. Higbee celebrates its 10th year of operation this year. Come with us on a journey as we take you to the origin of Higbee and what they have in store for a decade of frights. This is Haunted by Higbee, 10 Years of Frights. Higbee began as a backyard haunted house. Owner John Scott remembers those years very fondly.
It wasn't until 2010 when we moved into a new house. It just had like this perfect layout, like of a backyard, and it's one of those things where I was like, oh man, I was like, it'd be so cool to do this. And then finally, 9 days before Halloween, we talked my dad into it. He let us do it. So we had 9 days to get it together, and so it just became what it is now from then.
When he came to me and said, "Gee, Dad, do you think we could do a haunted house in the backyard?" And we kind of contemplated on what we were going to do, and our yard was pretty big, so that created another issue with what we were going to do and how we were going to. But no, never ever imagined that it would have turned into this.
One thing that John and Ken are always very proud of is the original characters and concepts that they come up with for Higbee year after year.
Oh gosh, we've had so many really good ones. We had the Creeper. Everybody asks about the Creeper every year. He was fabulous. He had a 14-foot wingspan, and you'd come out. We'd built a bus for trick or treat, and you came out of the bus and you came into the cornfield, and all of a sudden the Creeper was on a hay bale.
My brother's idea for like an alien thing, and so we kind of mixed it with an asylum, and so we had an alien asylum little area, and then we had our clowns, which it's pretty generic as it is. So we had the carnival with the fun house, and we also did 3 little pigs that year as well.
You can definitely tell that John and Ken have appreciation for Higbee's past.
Not that one.
But it was time to move to a new premium location that would both allow Higbee to expand and let John keep the haunt up year-round, allowing for development all the time. A local costume and Halloween store would prove to be an awesome location for this expansion.
4 years in the backyard, because for our 5th anniversary is when we moved into the building and had the whole setup inside of where we're at now, actually. So yeah, so that was 2014, I believe, is when we moved into the building.
Now as 10 years approaches, Higbee gets ready for its biggest year ever. With the 10th year of Higbee on the horizon, John's level of dedication for the construction is at an all-new high, although this does take time away from friends, family, and most importantly,
She calls the haunt my mistress, because I'll be gone hours of the night here, sometimes pulling some really, really late nights and early mornings in between, a normal job. And so, yeah, when the few times I actually am home and we get to spend it together, I'm so amped up from this and everything that this is usually the only thing I can talk about.
I don't have normal conversation. It's all about haunt. Like last night, our dinner conversation was about all the brick walls that he painted. So, I don't...
The 10th year of Higbee has also brought a cool opportunity for Ashley to expand her role as well.
We already did a lot to meet the needs of a lot of attendees, like ADA requirements and little kids who were scared. We were doing a no scare walkthrough, or I would hold their hand and walk through and make sure that my monsters didn't scare them, so that they can enjoy what their parents are enjoying or their older siblings are enjoying, so that they can be a part of that as well. And I was talking to a family that I had met at my normal job, and they were telling me that their son was autistic and that they have been coming to our haunt, but they couldn't bring their son to experience it because of all of the different things that he would experience that would make it uncomfortable for him. So, the loud sounds, the quick movements, those types of things. And it just really kind of sat hard in my chest. And I was like, we do so much to accommodate for everybody else and to make it so that it's a family fun environment for everybody, that I just wanted to include everybody. And if we were missing that, I wanted to open it up. So, the idea came to me to do a charity event to raise money for autism and to give them a place to come and experience it, but it's a safe zone, lights on. Characters are dressed up as a dress rehearsal, but not necessarily scaring, giving them a place where they can put costumes on and scare us, so that they're involved with it, so that they can enjoy it with the rest of their families, and so that we can enjoy it as well, all while giving back to local teachers in our community who, spend 5 days a week teaching these kids and don't necessarily have all the resources that they need to help them, and why not?
Getting the walls up isn't so bad. It's all the little detailed stuff, like the dressing, like placing the props, hanging up the partitions, the lighting, running all the power for the lighting. Like, that's all that stuff that nobody really thinks about for the time. And then also getting music together. It's all those little things that kind of help bring it all together, but it's stuff that's never really apparent to people. The best part's just seeing it all come together. Once the final product is there in my face and I see it work with the scare and everything, it's kind of like, wow, It's like this all started out just on a piece of graph paper at one point, and for it to come to life is like the coolest thing.
It's opening night, and everybody is super hard at work, getting ready, putting on costume. Mazes are getting final touch-ups, and the haunt actors are ready to do what they love most: scare guests.
Just being able to just be crazy as hell and psychotic and run around and say off the wall shit that people don't expect to come out of my mouth, and it's kind of hard to put that out there, but yeah.
Rush the feeling of making someone actually get scared, I think it is really cool.
Just the reactions of everybody.
I would say it's the adrenaline I get from it, and it's just like the feeling I get. I can't even explain it. It's like happiness.
Actually get to experience the other side, the scaring side. When you, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about, when you actually do the scare the way it's supposed to be done, and you actually do it to where it is the most effective, it is the biggest rush.
And just like that, all the hard work of the Higbee team pays off completely, creating a stunning new environment. And John's heathens are ready to deliver frights and thrills like never before.
I'll just cut you up with a knife! I don't need no chainsaw! What are you doing? Oh, a little extra!
In the multiple mazes, I've wanted, the scare zone. I've wanted the whole event feel, and so, to finally get to bring that out is like beyond exciting for me. Like, I always figured, we need more room if we're gonna do that, and then finally came down to it where it's like, it's like I think I could pull this off with the space that we're in, And so, then that's just kind of how it happened. It's like, for the 10th year, it's like we got to do something, kind of change it up a bit, and that just kind of became the big idea for it.
Higbee's 10th year is off and running to a great start, and with plenty of frights, being dished out to all of the patrons. Most cannot wait to come back and experience what John has in store.
Oh, that was awesome. So scary.
My voice is out from screaming. That was the best haunted house. It was scary.
It was scary. It was awesome. It was one of the best times I've had in a haunted house, period. You gotta come. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. She fell down.
I did not appreciate any of it.
I'm sweating so much right now.
Just trying to catch my breath. It was very well done and way more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Creepy.
And way creepy.
Definitely the best haunted house.
Legit.
I don't like
This is my nightmare!